public speaking is way easier than you think. Because what really stops people is not the actual action of public speaking. It's the fear and intimidation beforehand. Like when I tell people I do stand-up comedy, they're like, "Oh, I can never do that. Like, how do you get on stage? What if people don't laugh?" It's like you just do it. You just get on stage and you just do it because you don't die. Like if people don't laugh at your jokes, whatever, you move on, you write more jokes, you perform again, you get back on stage. You don't let that stop you from doing the things you want to do. But the intimidation, that fear at first is the only thing stopping you. Like getting on stage and like failing and trying, you're at least getting better. You're proving to yourself that these actions that you're taking are in relation to your goals. They're in alignment with your goals. They're in alignment with the things that you want to do, with the things that you said you would do. And that's how you build confidence. You keep promises to yourself. But so many people, they let this fear hold them back. But the way to get over the fear is to expose yourself to it, right? It's through exposure therapy. That's what exposure therapy is. You slowly expose yourself more and more until you get kind of bored. Like when you get on stage, you're just like, oh, I've done this so many times that I'm used to this. I'm not at that point yet. I still somewhat get nervous when I get on stage, but it's like that's part of the process. I know that if this is something I want to do, then it's the price I have to pay. Like the more you put yourself outside of your comfort zone, the more uncomfortable you'll feel, right? When you leave your comfort zone, you feel uncomfortable. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. In fact, it could be a reason that you should do it because that's where the growth is. Because if you stay in your comfort zone, then you won't have that growth. But the more you leave it, the more you can notice that you're actually growing. And that intimidation, that fear, it's like it's so massive in your head. But once you actually go through it and you realize that it's you don't die if it doesn't go well, and you realize that it's okay if it doesn't go well. It's just like part of the process of trying things. And I'm speaking specifically about like stand-up comedy, but this is for any type of public speaking. Like of course, like sometimes it's not going to go well, but at least be proud of yourself that you're taking action towards it. Because what's worse? Like it not going well when you public speak, do stand-up comedy, post videos, or looking back at your life in regret and being like, oh man, I didn't even try a little bit. Like all I'm asking of you is to try a little bit because then you get over the fear and then you're like, okay, I could do this in other areas of my life too. Like maybe you want to go skydiving. Like I went skydiving a couple years ago, right? So it's like if I can put myself out there and get on stage, then I can jump out of a plane. Not really, those things aren't correlated, but like you get what I'm saying. You get more courageous. You get more used to the feeling of putting yourself outside your comfort zone. And the more you do that, the more courageous you become because courage is just acting despite your fear. Like a lot of people, they see like tightrope walkers or people who do like parkour, and they think of them as courageous. But they're only courageous if they feel fear in that moment. Like if they've done it hundreds of times and they're not fearful of it, then by the definition of courage, they're not courageous. Like we may think of them as courageous because we would have been fearful in that scenario. But by their own definition, it's not courageous. But the thing is, if you are consistently putting yourself outside of your comfort zone and doing things that make you fearful, then you're courageous. And the more you build that habit, the more courageous you will become. So it's like don't focus so much on this fear of getting on stage. Just start doing it. Just start doing it as much as you can. And maybe the next step that's outside of your comfort zone isn't getting on stage. Maybe it's just recording a video, showing it to a few friends, or maybe it's posting a video, or maybe it is getting on stage. Maybe it's going to open mic, doing stand-up comedy. Because then, that's a lot of people see that as the most intimidating form of public speaking because sometimes people don't laugh at your jokes. But like honestly, who cares? Like who cares if sometimes people don't laugh at your jokes? Like that's just part of the process. And if you want to be a comedian or if you want to be a public speaker, then you got to get used to sometimes it not going well. That's just like how you get better is when the times it doesn't go well because then it shows you what you can correct to get better. So it's like don't let these things hold you back. And so many people, they don't even admit to themselves they have the fear of public speaking, yet they've never done it. So if you've never done it, just do it. Just try it out. You can go to Toastmasters. You can go to an open mic. You could post videos on the internet like me. Like I consider this public speaking. Whatever it is, just try a little bit. And of course, it's not going to be easy. It takes time and effort, and you have to leave your comfort zone. That's why you feel uncomfortable. You're leaving your comfort zone. But even though it won't be easy, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.